This is part 2 of the practice test for Excel. We did sheet 1 last time. Now we're on to the remaining sheets, and this is labeled fun for functions. And in G22 here, what I want to do is, this is G22, using the data in F1 to H20. F1 is here, H20 is down here, so all of the colored data determine the sum. So I'm going to do an auto sum, and it's trying to just do the column above, which is what it does by default. And we want more. We want all of those numbers, so just take the mouse and drag it over them. Verify you've got all the numbers selected. Verify that down here it says F1 to H20, and then hit the enter key, and it'll add those numbers up for us. And even made the column a little wider for us too. Smallest one is going to be the min function, so let's go here and click on the down arrow and choose min. And it's trying to get this number right here because that's the closest one, but we want to go back up here and select these again and verify it's F1 to H20. Hit the enter key. The smallest number in that list is 21. Largest is going to be the max function. Click on max up here, and again it's selecting the wrong stuff, so we just have to go over here and tell it we want these numbers. Verify it's F1 to H20. Hit the enter key. Biggest number there is 999. And the last thing we want to do is compute the average of all of those numbers, and we have to go back up here and drag F1 to H20 and hit enter, and now we've got the sum, the min, the max, and the average. DB1, DB stands for database. I want to sort the data in increasing order by number of shares owned, which is column C. So increasing order would be decreasing order would be largest to smallest. And there we go. The little arrow up here indicates that we've sorted them in descending order. Create a filter that displays only those stocks that have a profit of 5,000 or more. Use a rule. So I'm looking at column H, the profit or loss. 5,000 or more, I got to use a rule. Can't just check these off. So go here and I want greater than or equal to 5,000. Whoops, don't put too many zeros on there. Click on OK. And those are all the stocks that have a profit of 5,000 or more. DB3, create a filter that displays all stocks where the value in the category column, here's my category column, is S or P. So turn everything off, choose S, choose P, click on OK, and those are all the S and P values. Okay, here we create a chart. I want to use the data on this chart, on this sheet, to create the chart described below. Create a 2D clustered bar. Bars are horizontal. That shows the stock names, which is this stuff right here. 2 bars with total purchase price and total current price. So I want those two. And I do want a legend. If I want a legend, that means I have to include these column headings here in row 3. So let's get started. Let's select this, hold the control key down. Whoops, missed it, hit shift. Select those, hold the control key down, and select this stuff. We don't want all that other stuff in there. And click on the insert tab, and it said that we want a 2D clustered bar charts. Want a bar chart, 2D clustered bar. There we go. And that is definitely not what I wanted. Let's try that again. Okay, 2D clustered bar. I think what I did before was I may have, instead of selecting everything as one smooth selection, I may have stopped part way through. That's what frequently will give you a really weird looking chart. So if you get a weird looking chart, just start over, go back and reselect the data. So stock names on the vertical axis, here they are. 1 bar representing the total purchase price, which is the blue bars. 1 bar representing the total current price, which is the red bars. Put the chart on a separate worksheet using the Move Chart button. That's up here. We'll do that in a minute. Add a title that says Top 6 Stocks. So if I want the title to appear, I like this one because then it's not actually on top of the chart. or it is on top of the chart or above the chart, whereas if you do it here, it's right overlapping some of the actual chart. So let's do above chart, and you can just start typing, and I want top 6 stocks. Hit the enter key and it appears over here in the title area. Add a legend to the bottom of the chart. Well, if I don't like where the legend is, I can go here and say show legend at bottom. Make the chart title 20 points. Select that, and let's go home here, and that already is 20 points, so that's not a big deal. Make the text on the axes 14 points. So let's make this 14. It's going to look kind of ugly. And that actually set all of them for me, it looks like. So it's kind of ugly because the text is so big, but when I go to move it to a new location on a separate sheet by itself, those font sizes will look a whole lot better, as you can see. Okay. And the last thing we have to do is some 3D stuff here. I've got first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. And what I want to do is I want a summary that will give me the sum of all of the supplies. Okay, so I want the numbers from row 7 on all 4 of those worksheets. So let's do an equal sign, start our formula, and I want this number, then do your plus sign, follow the formula up here, make sure you're doing it right. It's easy to make mistakes when you're doing these multiple references on different sheets. Plus this, Q2B7, plus, go to Q3, click on B7, plus Q4, B7, and hit enter. And because those are all on row 7, if I copy to the right, it'll change the B's to C's, which is what I want for telephone, and then C's to D's. And so all I have to do if I get the formula in once is just drag it across, and it should give me all the totals. Now I did skip something here. I want to apply this to all of these sheets, sheet 1 through Q1 through Q4. So click on sheet 1, then shift click on Q4 to do a group selection. It should say group up here, and all 4 tabs should turn white down here. Format the cells from B7 to H7, that would be B7 to H7, with a $sign and 0 decimal places. There's a $sign, decrease the decimals twice. Make all of the other text in A3, all the text in A3 to H3 bold. A3 to H3 is bold, or just type Control B. Right align the cells in B3 to H3, that's not including this one, so B3 to H3, these are all over numbers, so they should be right aligned probably. And in B7 to H7, add a top and double bottom border. So that would be over here, and top and double bottom. There we go. Click off of it, and there you see the lines for the totals. And that concludes the practice test.